Okay, imagine this. You get the chance to ask the god of death, Yama himself, one single ultimate question, anything you want to know. But then he offers you everything. Limitless wealth, power, incredibly long life, every sensory pleasure imaginable if you just agree to stay silent.
It sounds like a thought experiment, but it's actually the core drama of the Kaṭha Upaniṣad. And that's where we're diving into today, this fundamental choice it presents.
Right, the choice between what the Upanyan calls Śreyas and Preyas.
Exactly. Śreyas meaning, the path of the good, the path of wisdom. And Preyas, well, that's the pleasant, the path of ignorance. It all unfolds in this amazing dialogue between a young seeker, Naciketas, and Yama.
So let's quickly set the scene. How does Naciketas even end up talking to death?
What his father, Śreyas, is performing a sacrifice by giving away these useless old cows.
Yeah.
Naciketas, being quite sharp, points out the hypocrisy.
And his father gets angry.
Very angry. In a fit of rage, he says, "To death I give you." So Naciketas goes to Yama's realm. Yama isn't there, so Naciketas waits for 3 nights.
Which earns him 3 boons, 3 favors, from Yama as an apology for the poor hospitality.
Right. The first 2 are fairly straightforward, things related to the world. But that third boon,
The big one.
that's the ultimate question Naciketas asks. What really happens when a person dies? Does anything essential remain? What is the true nature of the self?
And this is where Yama tries to, well, buy him off.
He does. He unleashes this incredible temptation. He offers Naciketas literally everything pleasant: rule over vast kingdoms, the longest life, celestial dancers, music, chariots, wealth beyond measure, the absolute sum total of Preyas.
Wow, that's quite an offer.
It is. But Naciketas' response is just stunningly bold. He looks at all these things, wealth, power, pleasure, and he calls them shuvova,
Meaning?
meaning things that last only till tomorrow. Fleeting. He even says they wear out the vigor of all the senses. It's like an ancient insight into the hedonic treadmill,
He's not just delaying gratification like in the marshmallow test. He's saying the marshmallows themselves are fundamentally flawed.
Precisely. He rejects the entire premise that lasting happiness can come from these external, temporary things. He sees the path of Preyas, the pleasant, chosen by the mucha, the fool, as just a cycle of wanting more and never being truly satisfied.
Because it's based on ignorance, avidya.
Exactly. And he consciously chooses the other path, the difficult one.
Res. The path of the good, of wisdom, vidya, chosen by the dhira, the wise person. The inward journey.
It's sort of the anti-Faust story, isn't it? Faust takes the deal, embraces the Preyas. Naciketas utterly rejects it for something deeper.
Okay, so he rejects the ultimate pleasure package. Now, how does Yama actually guide him on this inward path of Śreyas? What's the method?
Yama, seeing Naciketas as truly worthy, gives him the famous Chariot Analogy, the Ratha Kalpana. Is a brilliant map for self-realization.
I love this analogy. Break it down for us.
Okay, so imagine yourself, your true essence, the man that's the master, the passenger inside the chariot.
Got it. The real you.
Right, the chariot itself. That's your physical body, the shura. Now, driving the chariot, that's your intellect, your buddhi. This is crucial. It's the faculty that discerns, that understands.
The charioteer and the reins.
The reins are the mind, the manas. It connects the driver to the horses.
And the horses must be?
The senses, the indriyas, pulling the chariot towards objects in the world.
So the path of Preyas, the pleasant, happens when the driver, the intellect, is weak.
Exactly. The buddhi is weak or untrained. The mind, manas, lets the reins go slack. And the senses, the horses, just run wild, chasing after every fleeting pleasure. The chariot crashes or goes nowhere meaningful.
But on the path of Śreyas, the good.
The intellect, the buddhi, is strong, alert, and discriminating. It holds the reins, manas, firmly, guiding the senses, the horses, purposefully. The whole chariot moves steadily towards the ultimate goal, liberation, moksha. It's all about cultivating that discerning intellect.
So mastering yourself is mastering the chariot through a strong, wise intellect.
But that's the core of the practice. And because Naciketas showed he understood this, Yama finally answers his third question, the great mystery.
What does he say? What is the nature of the self?
Yama reveals, the self, the Atman, is not born, nor does it die. It is unborn, eternal, everlasting, ancient. It is not slain when the body is slain. It's this unchanging reality hidden within everyone.
Wow, so liberation is realizing that eternal self directly.
Yes, that's the ultimate Śreyas.
So to sum up, The Kaṭha Upaniṣad uses this incredibly compelling drama, a young seeker facing death and rejecting the ultimate temptation, to teach us that the real journey isn't outward towards fleeting pleasures, but inward.
Inward towards wisdom, towards understanding our true nature, using a disciplined intellect as our guide.
It's a powerful message about choosing the meaningful over the merely pleasant.
Absolutely. And maybe here's the final thought to leave you with. The ultimate teaching from the God of Death himself is that if you truly understand and realize this eternal, unchanging self, then death itself loses its power over you.